Man,
Bro, ¿tú pagaste el internet?
I don't know. I got my salary cut, so
Bro, pero yo te dije que estamos viviendo en un budget.
we really are. We really are.
Yo te
We're
dije, paga el internet este día.
I was on vacation. I didn't have any service in Mexico. Yeah, yeah. No, but yeah, we gotta talk budget today. We gotta talk budget today. That's for certain.
We do have to talk budget
Yeah, yeah.
because we cannot keep doing this.
No, bro. And quite honestly, this PC it tested my Christianity.
No, I have tested everything in my life.
We apologize for the 20-minute drop in the feed, but this is live, right?
It is
Those
now.
those are the benefits of live, and we're just praying for those Benjamins
It is now.
to come to life.
Um,
So we give
yeah,
it this crap.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
No, but yes, we're happy to be back. Happy to be uh broadcasting again due to this minor well major really
It, it, it,
technical issue.
it was tough.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was tough, man. And
yeah.
with Relajando almost did not survive.
We barely made it today.
Yes. Yes.
I'm telling you, man.
But we're gonna make this happen. We're gonna make this happen. I don't care what the devil says.
Yeah, no, no. The devil is a liar.
He is. He
He's a
is.
liar.
And
The-
we're talking about money, so that
yes.
gets
I think you see that
spiritual warfare.
exactly. I was gonna say that, man,
Yeah.
because it's like there's definitely like an oppression.
Oh yeah.
The enemy doesn't want us to talk.
Right.
He doesn't want us to, share what God has done in our
Right.
lives. When it comes to that
Yes.
subject,
Yes.
money, which I feel like is the cause of.
It's like a curse word to people when you put it in the context of church.
Yes, I do believe it is.
It
It
is.
is.
It is. It
It
is.
is.
You
I
know.
mean,
So let's get into our first segment here
oh my god.
since we've already been backtracked. I
Yeah.
want
Oh well. By the way,
yeah, yeah,
so if yeah means the first part, because obviously if you hear, it's
yes.
because this is the second part.
Right.
But if you miss the first part, there's some information in there. We share some cool stuff, and kind of like welcoming you back, guys, back. So just click on the link in here.
Yes.
So once you click on that link, that it will show up in there. It will take you to the first part, and you can kind of like join us in there for a little bit,
Yeah.
but do it after this video.
Yes.
So don't
After
do
this
it
one's done.
now.
No.
Once you're done with this video, or
Right.
maybe tomorrow when
Yeah, because
grab a
right now
cup.
there is no link up there.
Well, that would be. I don't think we have the budget.
No, no,
I don't
no.
think we have the budget to do that.
No, you
Like
can't do like a
that would
like
be legit. Like
right?
whoop, and bring it like hey, and let it go.
That would be cool.
That would be pretty cool
That would
though.
be cool.
We should be working on that though.
Yeah.
We I
Once we
feel
get our budget right.
I feel we can do it.
Yeah.
I feel we can do it.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Yeah.
need a 1,000 subscribers,
Yes.
and
Yes.
then YouTube will start paying us.
Yes. And it starts with one.
Yeah.
One, you
So
need one to make
that's all we
1,000.
need. We
Yes.
need one more.
Yes.
So if you following us, go ahead and share.
Yeah.
Share with your people. Talk about our podcast. Help us grow, so that way we can, keep blessing you guys and keep bringing, through this method,
Right.
you know,
That hopefully doesn't shut off.
well, that one shut off. Uh, that one right here. What God has, bringing us and giving us.
Right.
Shout out
Right.
to one of our managers,
Yes.
Jadi,
Working hard.
Jadi Ruiz.
Thank you.
Let's see. Did it work?
Yes.
Yeah, it worked.
I'm back.
Thank you. He's
I'm back.
back.
You can see me again.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we were working on a budget,
Yes,
man. We're
yeah.
working on a budget.
It's
So,
fitting. It's fitting to the topic today.
so we don't have enough to pay for 3 cameras.
Right.
So we have to go live, sporadically.
right.
It's like they only allow us to like do one at a time. It's like,
Right.
yeah. For 30 cents, we can
Yeah.
only give you.
30 cents.
Oh
And
man.
Andre's back. Andre says, I'm with you for Espalante. Thank you, bro.
Hey,
For
you
real,
see?
for real, man.
Yeah, good job,
Oh.
man. Good job.
This guy, he's the man.
Thank you, Andre. So go ahead and invite all the people from church, Andre.
Yep.
And call your pastor. Tell him to follow us, subscribe, and that we're gonna donate to the church, and he can sponsor us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like all the pastors that are watching us.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead and
Your suegro,
mi
my
suegro,
dad,
your dad,
my suegra.
tu suegra,
You know.
yeah, my mom.
Right.
Go
Right.
ahead and sponsor us.
Right.
Un granito de arena. ¿Cómo es?
De arena.
De arena. Un
That
granito.
don't sound right.
Un granito de arroz.
De
Un
arena.
granito de arroz.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y así crecemos.
So blessed on a budget is what we're talking about today.
Blessed on
budget.
a budget.
But before we get into the main topic here, and we're gonna kind of push things along, right?
Yeah.
I want to get into the most ridiculous purchases that I was
Dude.
able to research.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that I was able to do. Like,
No. I don't know that I have any really ridiculous ones. I have some expensive ones. I have some bad car purchases that I've made.
ooh. Oh yeah.
But I don't-
Still parking there.
yeah. Thanks for reminding me. Got back to vacation with a car that doesn't turn on. It's beautiful. I love you, man.
I love you too, though. But I told you, man.
But the most ridiculous purchases, right? And so a lot of times when people get a lot of money,
Yeah.
they have no clue what to do with their money, right? So it's like, oh my gosh, I have, let me buy something. And so they just go on these shopping sprees. And I guess we've talked about like people that are super wealthy and super rich.
Yeah.
How like sometimes I feel the more money you have, especially when you don't have God, it's kind of like the dumber you can be
Right.
sometimes, right? And I don't mean that offensively. It's just human nature. Is like when you have too much of something and you don't know how to what to do with it, you administer it wrong. You know what I mean? You're a bad steward. It's
I mean,
just
yeah.
human nature to want to be that way. And so I've looked up some ridiculous budgets, and I want you to give me your take on what these ridiculous
Ooh.
purchases sound like. So you know the actor Nicolas Cage, right?
Yeah.
From the movie Face Off.
Right.
This and
Yeah,
that,
like
whatever.
the ghost, whatever.
Yeah.
The Ghost Rider.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy. So he has so much money, right?
Right.
He purchased a pyramid for a tomb for when he dies in New Orleans. So literally, it's like this huge pyramid in the middle of a cemetery for him to be buried.
Dude, but that's actually pretty cool, though. Like, for real, that's actually pretty cool.
But is that necessary though?
I mean, I don't know. He's
Like, would you consider that a ridiculous purchase?
it's just that you see, it's actually pretty cool because it's unique. Me personally, it don't matter how much money I had, I would never do something like that.
Okay, why not? If
Because
it's cool.
but yeah, but it is cool. But I won't be even thinking about like me dying. So, like, that's the last thing that I would be thinking. Like, oh, let me buy, like, I don't know how many $1 million like cost for me when I die. They can bury me in there.
Now, this is the same guy that has a pet octopus.
A what?
A pet octopus.
You
Yes, a
see,
pet octopus.
That's actually legit.
That is
though.
actually pretty cool. I remember being in high school, there was actually a professor that had a pet octopus, and it was cool because you could see it change colors and whatnot. It was pretty dope. That's pretty dope because they match like whatever they're
right.
with whatever they're next to.
So then, how you walk him?
You don't walk them; they just swim. What's crazy though is that they're so smart, right? So I don't know if you know this, but an octopus, you can teach it to open up a can or open up a jar. Like literally, it'll put its tentacles on a jar and it'll open it. Like I'm not even kidding, bro.
Okay.
All right, you don't believe me? YouTube octopus opening
Dude,
a
what?
jar. Yeah, and so listen, they're so smart too that they can open up. Like let's say you have a cover on a fish tank, they could take the cover off and get out.
You've been watching a lot of Finding Nemo. Though,
No, bro. This legit like so in my high school class, the octopus lifted the lid, got out, and then we never saw him again until like a month later when it stank. And so homie died in the classroom
So that thing
from
was stupid,
dehydration.
though. It wasn't smart.
No, it was smart, but he didn't know how to get back.
So it's not smart at all.
He's limited
Dude,
intelligence.
like for real, like I said, like it was cool until that. Like, yeah, having an octopus like as a pet.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
but
that.
but this is the same guy that he has 2 islands too. He like legit owns 2 islands, private islands.
That's awesome.
So yeah, he bought a pyramid for it too.
Yeah. No. I'm sorry. What's his name? Nicholas Cage?
Nicolas Cage. Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm a big fan, but that was dumb.
All right.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
was dumb.
All right, let's go on to Beyonce.
Oh no, I bet that's
So Beyonce bought $100,000 Balenciaga leggings.
okay, guys. Good night. It's over. That's it.
Leggings for $100,000 that she only used for like probably one concert.
Yo, Beyonce, like for real. If you ever get to watch us, please reach out to us because
Yeah.
I want to see those pants though. Like I want to touch them. I want to make sure like what kind of material it is. Like like what. And then I'm gonna at first I want to know who designed those pants.
Right.
And then I'm gonna talk to the designer,
Balenciaga.
whoever it is.
Balenciaga.
Like why makes it so expensive? Like it doesn't make sense.
Well, my thing is why even pay that much money for something that you're gonna use? I don't know, one time.
Well, but this is the thing.
Like just send us 1% of that,
I mean,
and then give God his 10%.
that's true.
Right? Give us 1%. Well, we wouldn't have these technical difficulties.
You see, we need a new computer. It's not a Balenciaga.
Right.
but because this is the thing. The way I see it is like for these people, like $100,000 is probably like $10 for us. You see what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah, maybe not 10, maybe 100.
I mean, probably yeah. But
I mean, it depends on how
again,
rich they are
would
or
you
whatever.
pay that much money for a leggings?
No, Johnny's going to Walmart.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
just
see what I'm saying?
$7?
Like it's like that's why I put it like that.
Yeah,
Like for
yeah.
them, $100,000 is $10 for us.
Right.
It's like that's
Yeah,
how
I
they
guess.
see it. It's just like, okay, well, yeah, I bought, and that's their Walmart, like
Right.
type of thing. Like
Right.
oh yeah, but still,
Right.
It was one point in your life that you didn't have $10,
Right.
but now because you have now billions of dollars or millions of dollars, it's like that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
For pants,
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
no,
That's crazy.
no, pass. That
crazy.
was dumb.
All right, next one is Kim Basinger. She's an actor, right?
Okay,
I forget what movie she's been in, but I know the name. She bought with some other investors like 5,000 acres of land in Georgia. It's pretty much a town
okay,
of like 500 people for $20 million.
okay.
And then went bankrupt.
That's smart.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Like the town went bankrupt.
Oh, the town.
Yeah.
Maybe it was on purpose.
Maybe.
You never know.
Maybe. Sorry, rich people do that kind of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe
Yeah.
it was on purpose.
But it's kind of ridiculous.
I mean,
Because we're gonna buy a town, and then you failed.
well, they didn't fail.
Yeah, they failed.
The people fell.
Yeah, the investors.
I mean, they bought the land. They're like they can rebuild it and whatever.
It's ridiculous, though.
I mean,
you
at the
didn't
end,
get anything out of it.
but at the end of the day, they bought the land. They can resell it.
Yeah, but not for $20 million.
Why not?
I-
Probably for more.
If the land, they wanted to make it a tourist attraction.
You see,
And
that's
it never-
what
and it never became a tourist attraction.
it is. People go
Yeah.
to see the dead town, like the ghost town. Like nobody's in there.
Right.
I mean, it could be in between. I would say like that's in between. Like it could be like
It could have. It's a hit or miss, but
Yeah.
the way they did it, I
Yeah.
don't see that.
it wasn't that bad as the
Right.
leggings or the
Right.
tomb.
All right, you ready for this one?
Let's see.
We all need a friend, right? So somebody on eBay
Okay,
bought an imaginary friend for $3,000.
that was me.
That was you.
Yeah, last week though, when you were gone. I'm sorry, man. I had to do it though. That's what we leaving in the budget right now.
That's why you come on salary.
Yeah. I mean,
So the crazy thing about this is that it wasn't even like anything written. It wasn't anything tangible. So I guess what I was reading is eBay, right? Anything you sell on eBay has to be tangible. Like somebody has to receive something,
right.
whether it be like a certificate or something describing this. No, legit, this person sold an imaginary friend that he created for $3,000, and the person that bought it, all they received was the imagination of an imaginary.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's legit.
Look, if
Whoever did that, they're legit, bro.
they literally finesse the system, big time.
Because this is my thing. Okay, whatever. You bought it. You dumb. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know what else to say.
right,
Like, that's it. Like,
right.
I don't know. Shout out to whoever created this imaginary
Yeah,
person. Put it on
he
eBay
literally got around eBay's like rules of sales.
and then sold it.
Yep,
Because
and he made it 3,000. Then they couldn't take it away from him
dude, we should try that. Just to try and see,
for a
like,
relajando donation.
yeah. No, I mean, an imaginary friend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Yeah,
And see what happened. I don't
right,
know.
right.
You never
All right,
know.
let's try that. All
I
right,
mean,
guys, we need a name for an imaginary friend.
let's
We
do
need
it.
a name for an imaginary friend. Oh man! All right, the last one that I got here.
Ooh, let's see. Let's see what you got.
Somebody paid on eBay
Again, eBay.
$1,000. I think it was eBay or auction site. They paid $1,000 for a Justin Timberlake leftover French toast meal.
They're nasty. They're nasty. I'm sorry. They're not. That's it. They're nasty.
Like that's just ridiculous. Like how? What do you do with that?
I mean, you
You put it in your freezer
maybe
and
frame
just
it.
leave it there
Just frame it.
for when in the future Justin Timberlake, I don't know, passes away. And then you can just say, "Hey, I have a meal, a French toast meal of Justin Timberlake left over."
You don't have no leftover here.
Just bite into this more.
Just put it on eBay. It's like, oh come on, people! Like for real. Like you see, those are the things. Like we
Like how bored do you got to be, or how
it's
much money
like
do you have to just?
I don't because this is the thing. Probably these people that like bought all these things
Yeah.
on eBay like that, they don't have money.
No, probably not. They apparently have no life.
Well, for sure,
Right.
friends.
Right. So they probably right. They probably have no money.
It's just like no, because like, I mean, I get it. Like when you have money like that, like you get you know whatever.
Maybe the guy that bought the imaginary friend is the same guy that bought the French toast.
Maybe
You never know.
maybe his friend got hungry. It's just like, hey, why not?
Right. And then he's acting like if his imaginary friend ate the portion that's eaten, right?
Gee,
I don't know. Listen,
I don't know.
don't
That's
be,
crazy.
don't be like these people.
No,
Our humanity needs to be better.
but this is my thing. Look, because I don't know. I'm not justifying nobody, right? But billionaire people, like rich people like that, I guess that will be the excuse. You know, they can buy anything, they have everything, quote
Yeah.
unquote, and they start buying these stupid things, like because they're bored.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know, whatever. Like
Right.
it's like us. Like sometimes like we go to like Amazon or something like that, and we buy like tonteria.
Stuff we don't even
Yeah,
need.
like tonteria just because. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But they don't cost like
Right.
$100,000. It's like $10 or something like that. Or
Right.
you go to like Wish, whatever. It's like 3 cents or something like that, or
Right.
whatever. But my thing now is
By the way, a comment about that. If you are like our size,
wait.
like I weigh over 250 proud. Right.
Okay.
If you like my size, I don't recommend you shop on Wish. I don't know if you've seen the memes, but the clothes you get, yeah, the sizes don't compare.
You tried it?
No, I've never tried it, but I've seen some people bring some stuff from Wish, and it ain't what they bought. It ain't what they bought.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it ain't what they bought.
No. But You messed up my head. Now you're gonna calm me down after like at night, like searching on you and witch and stuff. No. But what I was gonna say is like what makes it like for me, what's is like out of this world is because like I said, like I understand these people, right? Like in one point, like on some point, I'm like, okay, well, whatever. You don't have nothing to do, so you throwing your money away.
Yeah.
Now, my thing is, what got me is la gente que no tiene dinero,
Right.
but they trying to live this like rich life.
Right.
Y se compran vaina that doesn't make sense.
Right.
¿Entiendes? Como
Yeah.
que, like, I don't know. I have a lot of examples.
Yeah.
I just don't want to like, throw them out there.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm talking about. Like there's no need for me. Let's say, for example, I only have two feet.
Right.
Why would I go? Well, that's it. It don't matter. Like you know what I'm saying. Like it's examples like that. Why would I buy 10 pair of shoes?
Right.
When I only can wear 2 at a time.
Right.
Yeah.
Stuff
Like that. It's just like it doesn't make sense in my head.
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like I'm so like in there. I wanna say it, but I don't want to.
So I have about 8 pairs of shoes
Okay.
that I wear on occasion. Like I have and I guess fitting, right? Because we're kind of going into that conversation.
Okay.
Like I have 3 pairs of work shoes. And I have like 4 pairs of Jordans. And then I have like couple Vans and running shoes and stuff like that I wear mostly.
Yeah.
So I have like 4 pairs that I don't necessarily use all the time.
Well, yeah, no, but it's. I feel like okay. Well, I probably use the wrong example because I have a lot of shoes too. Like, but it's not like I don't buy them all at once.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah. Oh no, yeah. I don't go out there and I don't
right,
drop like $700-800 on shoes in one de un cantazo. Like, that's
right.
just ridiculous.
So that was my thing. Like it's the exaggeration portion of it.
Yeah.
It's like. Well, to put it like that, like let's say for example, like we're talking about shoes, right?
Yeah.
So instead of me like just buying, just to put an example, like 3 pair of shoes,
Right.
and I buy 3 pair of shoes every 6 months,
Right.
something like that,
Yeah.
right? Instead of me like just buying those 3 shoes,
Right.
no, I want to go extra, and I go and buy the company
Right.
to make the shoes. Like go buy the store,
Right. No,
like I want the store,
right.
right. Like that's the type of exaggeration that I'm talking about. Like it's like it doesn't make sense. Like, say for example, like just to put it simple, yo, you make $12,000 a year,
Yeah.
and that's okay,
Yeah.
But then you trying to buy a vehicle or you driving, like an $80,000, SUV. Eh, It doesn't make sense.
Right.
Like that's the type of thing that I don't get. Like,
Yeah.
how in the world you gonna afford it?
Right.
Okay, thank God we live in a country that like if you have good credit, or even though like if you don't have credit, they still give you whatever
Yeah,
you
you
want.
can get whatever.
You
really.
know?
Yeah.
They give it to you, but then it's just like, what's the point?
Right. So in the thumbnail, the Lamborghini that's on there,
Yeah, that's the one that I
that's
have
the
in
one
the
that's parked
garage.
in the garage.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but I work
Oh.
hard for it.
You work hard for it.
I mean, I've been saving money since I was like 15. So
Okay.
so I
Yeah.
had the opportunity
Right.
and
Right.
I bought it.
Right.
So technically, I'm the first one in Deltona driving a Lambo.
I think I've seen one around there.
No,
Was that a Ferrari?
there's a Ferrari,
Uh-huh.
and then there was a orange one, a
Uh-huh.
Lambo,
Uh-huh.
but that one is fake.
That was fake.
Yeah, it's a
It's
replica.
a replica.
Yeah,
Okay. I
Yeah.
see.
but let's not talk about me.
No. But let's talk about blessed on a budget.
Blessed on a budget.
Let's talk about blessed on a budget.
Yes.
So you're
What?
gonna drop the graphic?
Do I have the graphic?
I think you do.
No, I sent it to you though.
I
I did. I sent it to you.
I thought you put it on there.
Oh, I mean, you're talking about This one?
Yes, that one. Blessed on a budget.
But she has 0 though. And then 2 little
And then
cars.
she got 2 Hot Wheels.
Oh, I see. The Bitcoin.
She's dreaming. And
The
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, and Bitcoin.
That looks very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, we got for this demo, we got Cesar Matias joining us today.
Hey,
He says activo.
ese es mi hermano del
Okay.
alma.
Awesome.
Hermanos, cuando digo hermano, hermanos,
Nice.
hasta de la misma madre.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ese es mi hermano del alma.
So he just spelled his last name wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
De Mantas, Matías, pero es lo
Gotcha.
mismo. Lo que pasa es que está en inglés.
Okay.
Y aquello
Okay.
tú
Es
sabes.
como el tipo que conocí en el crucero.
Exacto,
Yeah.
¿viste?
En jamaiquinos y griego. Y se
Exacto.
llama Gordos.
Gordos Mantes. ¿Viste? So que es la misma vaina.
Okay.
Pero ya
Okay.
no, saludo, brother. Te amo.
Yeah.
Gracias.
Nice. Gracias
Yeah.
por sintonizarte, César.
Ya, ya.
De verdad.
No tenemos el cash app ahí, ya tú sabes. Ya.
This first time, I think, man.
Yes,
You gotta
yes.
take it
I
easy.
don't
You
I
gotta
don't
take it
think I
easy.
don't think I have seen him before.
Yeah, you gotta take it easy.
But I know he's been faithful because I know like he like always like
He's been,
everything
okay.
that I post and stuff like that. I know he's super busy though.
Okay.
I know he's a super busy guy. And he's funny though. Really quick is that's when I was living in DR.
Yeah.
Then when I came back, we actually technically at one point, because I'm not actually active doing that.
Wait, what is that?
No,
Is-
but let me finish.
Okay, I'll just making sure it's legal.
It is
Because you
it is.
didn't say what that was.
But let me
Okay, I'm
finish.
sorry, man.
We're on a budget, so let
Sorry,
me
sorry.
finish.
No.
No, so no, because it's funny because we were always involved on like music and stuff like that, and hearing their sound and media somehow, right?
Mm.
But it took for us to separate our routes.
Yeah.
Now he's an amazing broadcast director,
Oh wow.
and I was doing that
Yeah.
for a while for the church.
Oh, okay.
But no, this guy is like in a different level,
Really?
like for real. But it's crazy,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, because we both started like kind of like with that dream. I never saw myself doing it. I always saw him in the como en el medio,
Okay.
el papá de César, tremendo hombre, tú sabes, del medio de la televisión, comediante increíble.
Oh wow.
Sumamente honrado en República Dominicana. Y César también es súper cómico, súper chistoso, ¿sabes? Y yo pensé que en un punto, tú sabes, él iba a coger ese route.
Yeah.
Y pues mira, ¿sabes? Como quiera estar conectado con lo que es la televisión y esas cosas.
Okay, that's awesome.
Pero that's good, man.
Nice.
Keep it up, bro.
Nice.
I'm gonna hire you once we get enough budget.
Once we get our budget fixed.
Once we get enough budget, I'll hire you, bro. Like, and I don't even gonna hire you. Like, you're gonna be part of the business, and you work for us.
Right. That'd be
And
awesome, man.
I mean, y si tienes un item extra por ahí, mándalo para acá, porque nosotros tenemos el mini nada más. Y ya no da, ya nada. No,
Yeah.
que me mande. Él tiene uno el Max Pro ese grandísimo.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah. Nada, pues shout out. Y al mismo tiempo, shout out to Radamés, Callado y Estras Venturas. César, si tú puedes, share with them y haz lo que se conecten aquí con nosotros.
What a tight budget over here. I don't know what's going on, man.
Bro,
I'm trying to fix this
te
thing.
estoy diciendo, tienes que cuidar las cosas porque eso lo compramos con budget y ya lo estás rompiendo, bro.
Ya veo
Yo
eso.
entiendo que fue en Wish, pero loco.
I'm not sure what's happening.
Yo
I came back from
quisiera tener una
vacation.
cámara ahí que lo estuviera viendo ahí, que sé, que yo tengo el manager aquí, yo creo que nos está dando algunas
Ya no-
instrucciones.
Ya no están cortando.
¿Nos está acordando?
Sí, creo que sí.
Dale, manager, estás bien ahora.
No, but blessed on a budget. This is an interesting topic.
Yes.
And I say it's an interesting topic porque viene de uno, para mí, is very multifaceted.
Okay.
And there's a lot of people that have a lot of different concepts about how to manage money, misconceptions about having money and things
Right.
like that. Right. And so, and I think lines get blurred as when we talk about diferentes cosas que hemos hablado, with like celebrity gospel and whatnot. There was like that one guy that had that one YouTube channel. What is it, Pastors and Sneakers or something like that? Pastors and Sneakers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, he used to pretty much like go to like see live streams of like different pastors that had like $10,000 sneakers, $50,000 sneakers, or whatever, blah blah
That's
blah.
crazy though.
And it's important to talk about this, especially in the church, because a lot of times people think that churches are just, for example, just trying to take people's money, right?
Right.
Um, and the first thing I want to say about that is God does not need your money.
There you go.
He has it all, right? But there are biblical principles and to financial blessings
Hmm.
and financial freedom, if you want to put it in those words. Um, and quite honestly, I think it's important to build the budget or to pretty much place your money in God's hands.
There you go.
And to start doing that, you need to create a budget.
Absolutely.
Um, and so in creating that budget, I think it's telling when we look at our finances what our priorities are,
Yes.
right? Because what we spend our money on, because essentially in this life, for you to do anything, you need money. In the sense of when I say anything, for you to acquire, obtain, for you to
I mean, technically, yeah,
yeah
like
to
everything.
eat, for you
Yeah,
to
like
go to work, you need money to go to work, right? You
yeah.
need gas. You got to buy gas. So um, having that budget is very key. And you got a lot of people that are like, "Oh, YOLO, Cristo viene pronto." I just spend my money and this and that, y esto lo otro, and it's one thing not to worry about
Right.
money, and then it's another thing to be responsible with your money.
I can see that. I can see that. Like when you say like be responsible and at the same time like kind of like YOLO all the time. I mean, I can relate on that. I'm not saying that I'm living irresponsible or irresponsibly,
Right.
but into a certain point, I leave without worrying about money.
Hmm.
I don't know if I can express myself.
Yeah.
I
It's kind of like the financial freedom. So
yeah,
it's like you're not a slave to money.
exactly,
You're not a
exactly.
slave to your bank account.
Right.
Right. And because I'm a firm believer is and we joke about our budget here on the podcast and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But to us, this is serious at this point, right?
Hmm.
Um, we're not married to.
No, we marry.
Yes, you're married to Angelique, and I'm married to
Yes.
Johnny. Yes,
Okay.
but in the terms of the vision for Relajando en Serio, we're not married to any dollar figure,
No.
right?
Exactly.
That this needs or that this can produce, right? At
No.
any point
Exactly.
in time. What we're married to is the vision of what we're trying to accomplish here.
Absolutely.
Right. And so obviously, yeah, in order for this to grow, in order for this to be something special and this and that, there's gonna be resources that are
Oh yeah.
needed. Um, but in that, we're not a slave to like, yo, like we gotta buy this or we gotta buy that,
Exactly. Yeah.
and what are you gonna buy? What am I gonna buy? Blah blah blah. Because at the end of the day, we're not doing this for us, we're doing this for God.
Uh-huh.
And I'm a firm believer that whatever God has put in us, He's gonna fund.
Absolutely.
The
Yeah.
bank, the bank don't gotta fund it. Nobody else gotta fund it. Gotta fund it.
No.
Um, but a lot of people just freely spend stuff, and when we were preparing our posts and preparing this podcast for today, it was almost timely when we're talking about blessed on a budget, because a lot of people get lost during this time.
Right.
Right, you got Black Friday, and I don't know if anybody in the chat bought anything on Black Friday. I didn't this year because there was nothing really that I was looking to buy, and then
Right.
I had like 15 vacations.
No, it's funny now that you mentioned that because I was telling Angelique the same thing though. Um, like I went there
Yeah.
and I'm like scrolling and I even search for specific stuff. And then I stop in a second. I'm like, dude, like in reality, I don't need
Yeah.
none of this.
Yeah.
Like it's just you hear people saying, "Oh, Black Friday. Oh, I'm gonna buy
Right.
this," and you have other people like sending you things and like, "Oh, look at this."
Right.
you know, here and there, and I was like literally, I got frozen there. I'm like, loco, yo no necesito nada de esta vaina.
Right.
Like, por Dios.
Yeah.
Y,
It's all vanity, really.
oh, claro que sí. Y es como todo, o sea, yo creo que yo, en cierto punto, gracias a Dios, me he entrenado mentalmente y diría emocionalmente, tú sabes, a esa tentación de tener que comprarlo todo
Yeah.
y lo que veo lo quiero porque puedo comprarlo,
Right.
tú sabes. So, I mean, hubo un tiempo, porque creo que todos pasamos por ese tiempo de que cuando te ves en una situación económica de que, tú sabes, Dios te está bendiciendo
Yeah. Que tú puedes.
y puede, pues lo hace.
Right.
Pero llega un punto después que tú entonces tú maduras. No todos llegamos a ese tipo de
Uh-huh.
madurez,
Uh-huh.
pero llega un punto que tú madures y tú dices, en realidad lo necesito,
Right.
¿entiendes? O un ejemplo ahora que uno tiene ya una familia, tiene hijos y todas esas cosas, que tus prioridades están totalmente diferentes.
Right.
Tú dices, bueno, en vez de comprarme este juguetico, podría ahorrar eso
Right.
y después entonces llevo a mis hijos a, qué sé yo,
Yeah.
tú sabes, o lo que sea.
Yeah.
Pero es como te dije, yo te pedí por un PlayStation 5 y no hay,
Right. No hay.
pero yo necesito uno.
Está bien.
So,
I see what I can do.
por favor,
Christmas is coming.
mueve los caracoles ahí.
Está bien.
Yeah.
Caracol.
No, but like, es en serio, es en serio. No sé si tú me permites aquí en tu programa yo hablar un poquito, tú sabes.
Sí, sí. Con libertad.
Gracias,
Con
con
libertad.
libertad. No, nada más yo. Libertad no vino hoy.
Oh, libertad no.
No, se quedó. Se quedó cuidando a los muchachos.
Te quedó bueno, te quedó
Sí,
bueno.
no, así que se llama la señora que cuida a los niños, la Libertad.
Listo.
Sí, entonces ella está con los niños allá.
Y una estatua.
Eh,
It's
señora,
it's not Lady Liberty.
eso no es un seguro. Liberty.
It is. It is.
Eso no,
Sí.
no, no. No, pero están seguros, los niños están seguros.
Okay, good.
Yo que estoy metiendo. Señores, ¿qué yo voy a hacer con este hombre? Man?
Estamos relajando en serio. Estamos relajando
No,
en
aquí
serio.
estamos relajando en
Y
serio,
en vivo,
señores.
y en vivo.
Les queremos mucho, gracias por estar conectados con nosotros y tener paciencia
Yes.
para con nosotros. Pero, yo quiero, ¿sabes? Con un poquitico de lo que es eso, tú sabes, blessed on a budget, tú sabes, ser bendecidos en un presupuesto,
Por supuesto.
por supuesto,
Por supuesto.
por supuesto,
Uno por supuesto, por
en
supuesto.
un presupuesto, por supuesto.
Exacto.
No, pero en serio, o sea, porque, como tú muy bien sabes, pues nosotros como inmigrantes, pues normalmente siempre tenemos esa mentalidad de que, que tú sabes, vamos a progresar y vamos a tener todo lo que no tuvimos, tú sabes, cuando estábamos en, qué sé yo, en nuestros países, lo que sea. Y con esto no quiero decir que, tú sabes, sí pasé por muchas situaciones, eh, pero no es que no teníamos nada, tú sabes, nosotros éramos bien bendecidos. Gracias a Dios lo tuvimos, las cosas que necesitábamos las teníamos.
Yeah.
Pero al llegar aquí es una presión, tú sabes, yo diría psicológicamente.
El sueño americano.
Exacto,
Yeah, por
tú
decirlo.
sabes.
You know.
No, exacto, sí. Y la misma sociedad aquí te pone esa presión,
Oh, yeah.
como inmigrante, como latino, como extranjero. Te pone una presión al tanto de que te impresiona a ti a tú querer ser el mejor, tú sabes. Y no hay nada malo con ser bueno, tú sabes, con ser el mejor y qué sé qué. Pero llega un punto de que yo creo que tú te desprendes de tus crianzas, de tus creencias. Es el café que estaba fuerte, entonces me tiene la lengua pegada. De tus creencias, porque llega un punto de que te abunda. Disculpe que yo. Es que esa palabra abunda es un chiste
Oh, okay.
que me dice mi nena,
Okay.
Zoe.
Ajá.
Es que yo tengo que decirlo, señores, discúlpenme. Es que, mire, eso es lo que pasa de este programa. Este programa se llama Relajando en Serio.
Exacto.
Aunque estemos hablando en serio,
All right.
estamos relajando. Y entonces mi cerebro funciona así. Es un hombre bien serio, pero siempre estoy relajando.
Ajá. Ajá.
Y cuando dije eso, que abunda, me acordé del chiste ese.
Ajá.
Pues Zoe viene y me dice, papi, ¿cómo se dice diarrea en africano?
Ajá.
Y yo me quedo pensando. Entonces, te voy a preguntar yo a ti, Joey, ¿cómo se dice diarrea en africano?
No sé, me vas a tener que educar.
Para que entonces lo entienda. How do
Ajá.
you say diarrhea in African language?
I don't know. You're gonna have to educate me.
But why you change your accent? You know, I don't know. I don't know you know.
I don't know. I don't know, friend.
So, so yo le digo, yo no sé, mami, ¿cómo se dice?
Ajá.
Y ella me dice, papi, se dice abunda la caca. Abunda la caca, bro.
Ella sacó eso ella misma.
Bro,
She came up with that by herself.
I don't know where she, but yeah, it's like abunda la caca, bro.
Pero no, queremos hoy que abunde
No, no,
otra
pero que, sí, no,
cosa.
no, que abunde, que, no, no. No, pero en serio, entonces volviendo, eso fue hacer una pequeñita, ¿sabes? Para relajar un
Sí,
poquito, para,
un
que,
intermission.
ya. Pero no, ¿sabes? Es como te digo, cuando empieza la abundancia, tú te empiezas a llenar de eso. O sea, un ejemplo, yo tuve la dicha y la bendición de trabajar en un call center.
Ujú.
No es lo mejor, pero es muy bueno, tú sabes. Y empecé por abajo, normal. Y poco a poco, tú sabes, fui aprendiendo más, me fui desarrollando más en el lenguaje inglés, aprendí un montón, tú sabes. Y poco a poco fui escalando y fui teniendo más de, ¿sabes? Mejores posiciones, mejor salario,
Yeah,
ya no era por hora, ya era un salario, tú sabes, ya pasé a management y todas esas
right.
cosas. Pero, brother, te estoy hablando de que me and Angelique, we were like dancing.
Yeah.
You know, we were like making it rain like that.
Oh, nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
And at the time, ella también,
Yeah.
tú sabes, porque estamos en el mismo lugar. Y también la misma posición y alto, y alto, y alto. O sea, te estoy hablando que eran like
Yeah, it was
big
nice.
figures. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, para no decir de que six figures, para que la
Right.
gente no venga, sabe dónde yo vivo, tú sabes. Pero we got there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y gracias a Dios, porque yo todo lo, o sea, siempre y aprendí que eso era en el plan de Dios,
Yeah.
¿verdad? En el momento no lo vimos así.
So I got a question for you then.
Yeah,
As a believer, right?
right.
Is it bad to have a lot of money?
No, it's not bad.
Okay. Okay.
It's not bad whatsoever. It's not bad. Now, what it is bad is your position, like your heart's position.
Mhm.
And I would say like it has nothing to do with tithing. Because at this point in our lives, we had never, ever, ever missed our tithes.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say you had never tithe.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Since I was a little kid, like that was something that my mom like teach us. You know, since we were a little kid.
So
When
you believe in tithing?
absolutely,
Okay.
100%, 100%.
Okay.
Like I let my head to be shot up, like cut,
Yeah.
because I would defend the tithe.
Okay.
You know, like hasta que me muera.
Yeah.
So, lo que estoy diciendo es que aunque había el dinero, abundaba el dinero.
Abundaba.
ah, nunca, tú sabes, nunca hemos dejado de diezmar. Así sea cuando empezamos, que no teníamos un centavo,
Yeah.
hasta cuando tuvimos muchísimo y hasta ahora que no tenemos nada tampoco. No, mentira. Pero tú sabes, por ejemplo, y para lo que yo digo, que tú me preguntaste que si el cristiano es bueno, tú sabes, el tener el dinero. Claro que sí, o sea, somos hijos de un rey, tú sabes, somos dueños de todo, el oro y la
Right.
plata, tú sabes. O sea, Dios es el dueño del oro y la plata. Am, y ahora el problema pasa es como te digo, yo diezmaba, nunca falló el diezmo,
Yeah.
ofrenda, nunca falló la ofrenda ni el diezmo. Now, mi corazón ahora no estaba alineado.
Mm.
¿Por qué? Porque mi prioridad, mi enfoque era el dinero, hacer más dinero, hacer más dinero y
Right.
hacer más dinero, porque se siente bien tener mucho dinero.
Right. Especially
Entonces,
when you don't really have, or when you come from a place
exactly.
where you don't really have.
No,
Yeah.
and even though like having it, because I feel like es como una infección.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like when you come from a place where you don't, and then you all of a sudden do,
Oh,
it feels really good.
oh, absolutely.
It's like I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like you go from nothing to something.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like at one point in my life, I got a raise from $12 to $17. It was
Dude, that's
I had never seen enough money like that from one check to another. My check, I was like, whoa,
It's a yeah.
and so fortunately I didn't spend it like crazy. I saved, I was able to save a good amount of money where I
I was
paid
gonna say, ahí no fue que tú compraste los 8 Jordans.
no, 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 no.
Oh, okay.
That came after. That came after. But I was able to pay off a car that I owed $6,000 on.
Oh, there you go.
And I paid it off probably 3 years early.
Nice.
So but a lot of that has to do with being on a budget.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
because had I just spent whatever, and oh well, I make $5 more an hour now, I can do whatever I want,
Exactly.
then I
Yeah.
probably would have been broke,
Yeah.
and I would have been making 17 and I would have been depressed. I would have got, yeah, I'm making 17, and then it's just like, okay, well,
Right.
I have all this debt.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are like relating with you now
Yeah.
because that's the American dream.
Yeah.
Like you get there and you feel like, well, I never had this.
Right.
Well,
Right.
let me get it.
Right.
Oh, my dream was always
Right.
have this. And boom, there you go.
Right.
But then next thing you know, it's like you can barely pay your electric bill.
Right.
You
Well,
know?
it's like the old school hip hop song said, right? The more money you have, the more problems you see.
Yeah.
And in reality, though, a lot of it has to do with how you deal with that money,
Absolutely.
right? It's like they say, money doesn't. Uh, I say money doesn't. You having more money, what it does is all it does is magnify who you are. It pretty much puts who you are in a magnifying glass, and it shows people who you really are and where your heart really is. I feel.
Uh I mean it
You know what I mean? Because
yeah, I can say yes.
yeah,
Depends how you
yeah.
like show that.
And I think that's where a lot of people go wrong, right?
Mm,
Because as a Christian, and yet, we're taught to be humble. Amen. We got to be humble, and we got to be wise, and we got to be good stewards of our money. But no, it's not a bad thing to have money.
absolutely not.
The error that people make, and the error that I think our society makes, is money is not the root of all evil.
Hmm.
The Bible and the Scripture say in Timothy, the love of money
Exactly. Yeah.
is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
And so when you love money,
Hmm.
um, and you've never had money, and now you have an abundance of money,
Right.
is where now, you can really see who that person is,
I mean, yeah.
because their love of money is like you said, and you probably weren't there, probably just kind of because now you had a lot,
Hmm.
right? And I don't want to speak for you, um, but what you're saying is, now that you had that taste per se, is like, okay, because the mistake that people make is they create a lifestyle based on their current income,
Ah.
and not based on what they had, right? Because if you stood in the same lifestyle that you had, making more money, you live comfortable,
Hmm.
right? Because you're not upping your rent, you're not buying a big house, you're not buying a new car, you're not doing all these things that are putting you in debt,
Right.
in a
Mira,
greater debt.
hay un dicho que desde chiquito yo escuché que dice, uno se arropa hasta donde la sábana te llega.
Yeah,
Like, it don't matter how
yeah,
big your bed is
right,
or how big you are
right,
or how small,
right,
depende en la sábana que tú tengas.
yeah,
So que si la sábana te llegó hasta la rodilla,
right,
that's all you have.
yeah,
So arrópate hasta ahí,
right,
and be
right.
happy with it.
And that's like you see athletes and stuff like that, they go broke
Mhm.
because they live, per their income,
Right.
not realizing that when they retire, their income's not gonna be the same.
Absolutely, yeah.
A basketball player could be good now, and then they hit their prime, and when they hit their prime, they get a max contract, right? And they get
Yeah.
more money, and but then eventually they're gonna start declining again,
Yeah.
and so the next contract is not gonna be as lucrative. It's not gonna be as
Oh, yeah.
as much. And so the mistake that they make is that they don't put away, or they don't save, or they don't create a budget
Right.
based on what their current meaning is now.
Mhm.
And so they splurge, kind of like what you're talking about Shaq. And then they just spend all this money, and they don't realize that, um, man, I gotta save for a rainy day.
Oh yeah,
Because yes, God provides for us and things like that, but God also provides us wisdom to create that budget.
absolutely. Yeah.
And so that's where I think a lot of people go wrong.
Hmm.
They want God to be their provider, but then they want God to also be their safety net.
Right, the steward and everything
Right,
else,
right,
and I'm
right.
like el
And that
banquero de ellos también.
right.
It's
And
like,
that's not how that
what?
happens. It's like when you look at the person that had the talents. The one that had one, lo enterró.
Yeah,
He did nothing with it. But the one that had two and the one that had five, what they did, they multiplied it.
yeah,
So they put it away. It doesn't say that they stood broke.
yeah,
It says they invested it and they had more income, and stuff like that
yeah.
coming in. So what they multiplied that. So is it bad to have money as a believer? No.
No, absolutely no. Like
Um,
I said, it's where your heart is.
right,
Like
right,
once you cross the line, and for example, like my line was, y yo creo que mucha gente se puede identificar como hombres. am, Normalmente no, y más los latinos,
yeah,
tú sabes, nos han criado de que el hombre es el proveedor.
right,
Tú sabes que tú eres el que tiene que salir a la calle, trabajar y proveer a tu familia y todas las cosas y esto y lo otro. Y un ejemplo, cuando pasa en una situación de que tú te encuentras de que, bueno, ya tengo una edad, esto fue lo que se me enseñó, realmente no tengo, tú sabes, a nadie que me guíe
right,
en cómo administrar mi dinero, cómo hacer esto, cómo invertir bueno,
right,
tú sabes, todas esas cosas.
right,
Entonces tú te llenas la mente y dices, bueno, tengo que proveer. Y normalmente decimos, le voy a proveer a mi familia lo que yo no tuve,
right,
right? Y te vuelves loco.
right.
Y empiezas a trabajar y a trabajar y a trabajar, y horas de trabajo fuera de tu familia, y qué sé yo cuánto, y todas esas cosas. ¿Qué me pasó a mí?
Yeah,
Para mí llegó un punto de que sí, Dios está ahí, Dios me provee. Gracias a Dios por bendecirme con un trabajo, con una posición, y gracias por el dinero y qué sé yo qué, pero poco a poco me estoy olvidando de que quién fue el causante,
right,
primero, de que yo tuviera ese trabajo, segundo, de que me dieran la
right,
posición, tú sabes, y todas estas cosas.
right,
Now, he's not my provider right now. At this point in my life, he wasn't my provider.
yeah,
I was a provider in my house.
right,
So I had to work harder
right,
and longer
right,
to provide in my family and to keep that status.
right.
Like you said,
Yep,
we live based on those standards.
right,
So that's what happened. Like you got to a point that we had like the craziest like schedules just because we were chasing the money,
right,
that position,
right,
that standard.
right.
Then Zoe came into the life, to our lives.
Yeah,
And he was just like, that didn't change anything. It was just like, hey mom, hey grandma, here you go.
yeah,
Because we need to provide.
right,
We bought our second home,
yeah,
like bigger and stuff like
yeah,
that, and yada yada. Obviously, we never went ambicioso,
yeah,
like ambitious.
yeah.
We not like that, and
Right,
we never were like that. Uh, but what I'm saying is like the mentality. My heart was like, I need to provide.
right,
I need to, because, and you know the story when I was growing up with my father, he had money,
yeah,
like a lot of money.
yeah,
So we grew up like that. You know what I'm saying? Like knowing what it feels like
right, right. To have,
to have
yeah,
money and a father that provides. So in my head, it was just like I had to do it.
yeah,
Had to go out there. And it got to the point that God is calling me and God is saying, like, hey, dude, like, this is not the way.
right,
I'm your provider. And I'm like, dude, like, I get it.
yeah,
Yeah. Thank you. But I need to go out and work.
yeah,
I need to do this. And he's like, bro, your little girl is growing and she barely knows you.
right. You're missing out.
Yeah, your marriage, is falling apart
Yeah,
because you're not spending time with your wife.
right,
But hey, dude, like I need to provide to her.
yeah,
Who's gonna pay the bills? Who's gonna do this? You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like, and you get wrapped up in this mentality
hmm,
as a Christian man,
yeah,
right? And you forget, and you put an aside that voice that is the voice of your provider.
right,
Well, to make the story short, he got to a point that he had to like literally like fully terminate me
yeah,
from that job,
right,
take completely
yeah,
that provision and break me down to the point that he brought me to my knees and said, like, hey, dude, I'm your provider.
right,
It's not that
right,
job. Stop worshiping that job
yeah,
and start worshiping me,
Right.
how he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Stop worrying about who's going to pay, who's going to provide, who's going to do this. Seek first my face.
Yeah.
And I will provide.
Wow.
I will give you what you need.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
don't be afraid of, oh, ¿qué pasa si mañana no tengo?
Right.
Don't worry about that.
Right.
That's my job.
Right.
Your job is to worship me.
Right.
Your job is to follow me. Your job is to serve me.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yep.
And I was like, and he took a little bit, and you were there
Mhm.
when that transition happened. It was tough, but I had to like fully die to myself.
Yeah.
And crucify myself and actually like man up, because that's when I man up in there. It wasn't like when I was the man,
Right.
quote unquote, and providing for my family. It was on that moment that I had to die to myself and say, like, I'm not longer the provider.
Right.
I'm not longer the figure.
Yeah.
Is God.
Right.
He's my provider. He's my sustento.
Right.
So ahí fue que empezó la bendición. Like, I'm telling you, we had all the money that you can imagine.
Yeah.
But we were in debt.
Wow.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, and that's how the enemy wrap you up on the money fantasy.
Right.
We had all, and I'm pretty sure you can relate to that.
Yeah.
We had, like, I'm telling you, like, crazy. Like, we used to look at our bank account, and it was just like, what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it didn't make sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't make sense. Like, oh, okay, de que un mes, de que 10Ks.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense.
Right.
And it's not like que nosotros éramos de que gastadores impulsivos y que se caen
Yeah.
locos así. Pero estábamos en deuda.
Right.
And how can you explain that?
Right.
When you're being blessed
Right.
and you have money.
Right.
And it's not like we didn't know how to administrar dinero. Because eso sí, Dios me bendijo eso con una mujer que sabe administrar el dinero y que tomó el rol. Porque yo era de la gente que todo escrito.
Yeah.
Y taca, taca, taca.
Right.
Y yo sabía
every-
dónde estaba acá sentado y dónde iba y qué sé que todo eso.
Right.
Bro, es el sol de hoy. Y no estoy mintiendo. El sol de hoy. Yo no me preocupo si se pagó la luz. Yo no me preocupo si llegó el bill del agua, qué sé yo cuánto.
Yeah.
Yo no sé nada,
Yeah.
nada, no sé nada de eso.
Yeah.
Yo no sé nada de eso. ¿Por qué? Porque yo entendí de que no importa lo que yo haga,
Right.
al final, mi proveedor es Cristo.
Yeah.
So, lo único que yo tengo que hacer es servirle.
Yeah.
Y ya.
Yeah.
Lógico, como tú mencionaste, hay que ser responsable.
Right.
Hay que ser organizado.
Right.
Tú sabes, está la parábola, tú sabes, de las monedas. O sea, hello.
Yeah.
Qué mejor enseñanza de que, don't just grab it
Right.
and hide it.
Right.
Do something with it.
Right.
I'm going to bless you.
Yeah.
But you have to do something with it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with faith. La fe sin obra,
Envuelta.
like, is there.
Yeah.
But if you didn't put it to action,
Right.
it's like you didn't have nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like the same thing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like, there's nothing wrong with have money.
No.
Is where your heart is.
Yeah.
So once you align your heart with God, and then again, then you're gonna realize that las riquezas del reino no son las mismas riquezas
No.
de la tierra.
No.
Aquí las riquezas de la tierra you measure them based on quantity.
Right.
Tú sabes, las
Right.
riquezas del reino son en cualidad.
Yep.
Like quality time with your family.
Right.
Quality time with your friends.
Having that freedom to do that.
Exactly.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, which is a blessing still, we still have to go to work.
Yeah.
It's part of it.
Yeah.
It's not, that's not gonna change.
Right.
Even if you become a millionaire,
right,
you're still gonna have to go to work. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like you still somehow have to take care of the business.
Right.
So it doesn't matter what you do, yada
Right.
yada, that's there.
Yeah.
Now the other way is like I didn't have the time to spend time with my kids,
Right.
with my family, with my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I was so caught up on like, oh, money, money, money.
Yeah.
we have to provide, we have to do this, I have to like have a roof for for my kids and yada yada and all these things. So it's
Yeah.
just like my heart, it wasn't in the correct place.
Right.
So it's like I feel like once you align your heart, I'm not saying that God is gonna stop blessing you and giving you more, but He's gonna give you what you need.
Right.
And maybe you're gonna say like, well, but my dream is to have like a mansion. Well, maybe that's not what you need.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
and one of the things that I always say, like, hey, if by now, like I feel like es como una controversia en eso. Alguien me dijo una vez, si a estas alturas you haven't become a billionaire, es porque eso no es para ti.
Yeah.
Eso no es lo que te toca en tu vida. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, puede ser que sea así, ¿verdad?
Sure.
Pero a lo mejor, I don't know. 'Cause I don't know.
Right.
I just feel like it's true. Like if
Well, I'm a firm believer. God knows who He gives it to.
right,
Right. It's like the Bible says that He shall supply, all your needs according to His riches and glory.
yeah,
Needs.
exactly.
And on top of that, what you do with what you have in abundance,
Hmm.
it kind of proves whether you can handle more or not.
Absolutely,
Because there's people that have a little bit and they do terrible with the little bit they have,
bruh.
and God is like, well, I can't give you more because you don't even know what to do with what you got now.
Exactly, yeah.
And so I think it's very important, and that's kind of why we touched this topic about the budget, because a lot of you got a lot of people, especially in this generation, that they don't necessarily believe in that, or they don't necessarily care about certain things or certain financial importances. And I think it's important that in the kingdom we talk about this stuff, and that
Right,
we highlight this stuff, because you got a lot of people that just walk around um, willy nilly,
right.
without really any guidance or any direction,
Exactly, yeah.
especially when it comes to finances. And I'm a firm believer in tithing, and I'm a firm believer in
Absolutely,
offering. Um, I believe that it safeguards what you have, and I believe it puts a protection, around that, because it shows where your heart, the priorities of your
absolutely.
heart are, with just a simple 10%. Because in all reality, it all belongs to God. All you're asking for is 10%.
Exactly,
You know
and
what I'm
it's
saying?
just like, oh man,
So and really, with the holidays coming, and as we close, I just kind of want to leave people with, don't get lost in the commercialization of Christmas, right?
wait. Say that again, because I don't feel like they heard what you said. Wait.
Don't get lost in the commercialization of Christmas.
There you go.
Because people get so caught up in, like, oh, I gotta buy a gift for so and so, and I gotta buy a gift for this person and that person and that person and that person. So where at the end of the year their cards are maxed out. They're starting a new year broke because they were trying to make everybody happy. Listen, the house is first when it
Oh yeah,
comes to finances, right? If if you can do more after you can take care of your house and sustain the house, then feel free, be
hmm
generous and stuff like that. But don't go broke to please people or to make people happy for Christmas.
So
Because the
you don't
true
believe in generosity?
I do. I
Okay,
do believe in generosity.
okay.
What
All
I
right.
don't believe is
Be
the
careful.
Santa Claus gospel. You know what I'm saying? Um, what's the true message of Christmas?
Right,
Jesus being born,
right.
right? And yes, they brought Jesus gifts and and whatnot, but we know who provides for us.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so, you know, um, in the future, if my kid doesn't get a Christmas gift, I don't expect he might get mad or she might get mad, but no, reality, the message behind Christmas is Jesus, not a
I
gift.
mean, pero todo eso empieza en la casa.
Yeah, absolutely.
Como tú estés criando a tus hijos.
Yeah,
Y ese es el mensaje al final. Si los crías que, tú sabes,
yeah,
todo es un regalo en
right,
Navidad y qué sé cuánto,
right,
el día que no pueda,
right.
Dios te libre.
Yeah,
que
you know,
tú sabes que no amanezca un regalo ahí porque
right,
te van a cortar la cabeza.
right, and it is like Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher. I think Johnny has told me in the past that the way they raise their kids is sometimes their kids don't get a Christmas gift.
Mhm.
What they do is they buy Christmas gifts for others for their kids to give to other people.
Ooh, that's beautiful though.
So they teach them that generosity, that it's not about receiving,
Mhm.
really, it's about giving. And
Exactly.
Jesus gave his life for us and he was born for us and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And so don't get caught up in the money
true.
of Christmas. If you can do it, you can do it great. If you can't, you can't. And that's I think that budget is powerful because
Oh, yeah.
God blesses a budget because it shows that you're being a good steward. So
I mean, yeah. So we definitely agree. At the end of the day, I mean, we weren't here to actually like make you write down the secrets
no,
on how to live in a budget as a Christian,
but they give you principles.
right? Exactly. So, because at the end of the day, I feel like that's the secret.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's the secret of success
yeah.
when it comes to lo monetario. You know, is getting to know who the provider
Right,
is.
right,
Uh, because at the end, it is like, for example, I'll put it this way, and I know we're getting close to close, but when you go to get a loan, you technically have to move heaven and earth
right,
to provide to the bank that is the one that's going to give you the money
right,
the information that they need.
right.
So imagine now that it's the opposite way. So who's the provider? God.
Mhm.
He's the bank.
Right.
So he only asks for one thing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just that's it. You don't need approval or whatever,
right,
residency or whatever, anything like that. It's
right.
just like, hey, serve him.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah,
Serve him.
yeah.
Boom. And he would take care of everything
Right.
else. So it's like, what easiest way to do that than get a loan?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And the man will put a price over your head, like, oh yeah, I can only give you because you're worth $20,000.
right.
It's like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no, so yeah, so I feel like that was the main message from us to you guys is just teach you the principles,
Yeah,
testimony of our lives, allowing God to be in control of our finances,
right.
to be in control of our hearts, to be in control of our homes, um, and letting Him guide us.
Yeah,
And I mean, we humans,
right.
we sometimes we're gonna put our money where places that they don't need to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna
We're
buy,
gonna make mistakes.
we're gonna buy like stupid stuff, that we don't need. But that's part of like life.
Right,
It's part of like growth.
right,
So we're gonna make mistakes, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know, who's our guy? Who's our like,
right. What's our priorities?
yeah. So our best, ¿cómo se dice eso? Consejo
Yeah, advice.
es que primero que oren, busquen de Dios. Segundo, si no están diezmando, you're not tithing,
Mhm.
do it.
Yep,
Find a local home like church, uh, and tithe.
yep.
I know of people that they don't go to church. They're not quote unquote like
Mhm,
Christians.
mhm.
They're business people.
Yeah,
Um, and they have understood that yo diría el valor,
the power of
the
the
power
power of tithing.
of
Yeah,
tithing, and they tithe
yeah,
to a local church. And I'm telling you, I haven't seen like prosper people
yeah,
more than them.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Tia Maria.
to this day, I've never lacked anything.
Yeah, I'm
You know,
telling you.
and I've been tithing as far back as I can remember. I think the first $5 I got, I gave 50 cents.
You see?
You know,
So yeah.
so
So that's the trick.
yep,
That's the key of success.
yep.
Tithe, it's a process,
Oh yeah,
but when you do it with the right heart, now with the right expectation,
right,
but with the right heart and understanding the reason behind it, I guarantee you nothing will lack in your home.
right.
Like you won't have to. You don't. You like literally. You're not gonna go to bed thinking about how I'm gonna pay this. How we gonna
Yeah,
do this? You're gonna go to bed. in peace,
Right.
and you're gonna wake up in peace, and then everything else it will be taken care of.
Right.
So our
Alejandro
cash
family.
app is gonna show up in here.
Do not type to us.
Yeah, no. Do not tie to us. You
No,
can give
no.
us a love offering.
Yes.
But the 10% goes to the church, the 15 to us. It doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't work that way. But hey.
No, que Dios nos perdone.
No,
Nosotros no
estamos
estamos.
relajando,
No,
estamos relajando.
relajando, señores, relajando.
But Helando family, again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. We thank you guys for hanging in there with us.
Absolutely.
As we work through some of these things that sometimes we have no control of, because honestly, I don't know what the heck happened there.
Yeah,
But we're blessed on a budget.
absolutely.
Alejandro's on a budget. I'm on a budget. Gio's on a budget.
Yeah.
But God blesses that budget, and so
And just so everybody knows, it's not like that we on a budget because we don't have
Right.
the money.
Right.
We in a budget because we're smart.
Right.
How do we manage our money?
Right. Right.
Like
'Cause
if we could, we can just go and buy a Tesla.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's just like,
Yeah.
do we need a Tesla?
No.
Does the Tesla is gonna change my life? Does the Tesla is gonna benefit me? Does the Tesla is gonna like bring me closer to God? Does the Tesla at the end of the day is gonna glorify God? You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Right.
no, that's how we live.
Right.
I'm not saying like go ahead and no. That's how we understood that, like, hey, this is where the sauce is.
Right.
And we live in peace.
Yeah.
We don't worry about anything. Like I said, like I can bring my wife right now and she can testify on that. I don't worry about anything. Like I don't check my bank account.
Right.
I just go out.
Right.
And buy whatever my kids want.
Yeah.
Buy whatever my wife want. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Obviously, en
Right.
¿cómo se dice esto?
With wisdom.
Exactly, with
Yeah.
wisdom.
Yeah.
But I don't have to worry about anything.
Right.
I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so just yeah. And if you have a testimony or anything like that, go ahead and drop your comment below.
Yep.
Let us know. If what had worked for you, what had not worked for you.
Right.
If you agree with us, go for it.
Right.
If you don't agree with us,
Let us
definitely
know
put
your
it
point
in
of view.
there. Let
Yeah.
us in there, and
Yeah.
just let us know.
Yep.
And what else, man?
No, just don't forget to subscribe
Yeah,
to our channel.
Absolutely.
And invite people to subscribe, share it.
yeah.
Also hit the little notification bell,
Clink, 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 clink,
letting
clink,
people
clink,
know, hey, Alejandro said you went live. Boom.
Absolutely.
You got it there. And don't forget to like. Don't forget to like our page if you do like our page.
I mean,
All right.
who doesn't like our page?
Right. And like the videos and stuff like that. It obviously helps our outreach. So.
Absolutely, yeah.
We love you guys. We thank you guys for tuning in, for hanging in there with us the last couple weeks. As Joey and Gio here, get better and
Absolutely.
get healthy, and continue to be blessed on a budget.
Yeah, no, definitely. And of course, go ahead and subscribe, like, share. We're here for you guys. God put this in our hearts for I don't know how many years. I feel like
Couple years, yeah.
after our relationship actually got funded and we got closer and
Yeah.
and we realized that, hey, God wants us to be together and stuff like that, and build a family.
Right.
And God put in our hearts to do this.
Right.
It took probably like 2 years.
Yeah.
In the cooking and stuff like that, like brainstorming, our process individually as a friends, as family and stuff like that. So we know God is here. Yes, we have few things here and there, hiccups and stuff like that. It happens.
Yeah.
We're doing it live.
Right.
So this is the raw
And this is all we got. It's just us and our wives.
yeah. So this is the ¿cómo se dice esto? Lo más carne roja que tú puedes ver.
Right,
O sea, no hay
right.
más real que esto. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like
yeah.
this is it. Like
Yeah.
if si el televisor se apaga o si la luz se va o lo que sea,
Right.
there's no way that we can cut it and fix it and stuff like that. Obviously, after it's post, but we live. So
Right.
whatever you see, it is what it is.
Right.
It's what it is. And we do it because God has an assignment with this podcast.
Yeah.
And we obedient.
Yep.
So we're gonna keep going.
And we thank you
but-
guys for believing in it.
Yeah, absolutely. But
So,
we need your help.
yep.
We want to reach as many people we can. Like we mentioned in the beginning, we in the beginning,
Beninging. Beninging.
in the
That
beginning,
one video.
in the beginning,
Beninging.
we not doing this for the money. We're not doing this to become the next YouTube
No.
billionaire.
No.
I think one of our managers said, like, the
I think they're giving us a sign.
yeah, the cállate, que yo sí quiero ser rica. No, but for real, like we want to do this to bless blah, 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 to bless people. And the only way that we can bless people is by reaching out to people.
Right.
So if you already, subscribed, the way that you can help us, because I'm not asking for money,
No.
all that stuff, like it's just, you know, having fun, relajando and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But if you really, really want to help us grow, go ahead and share. Talk to other people about us. Reach out, and say like, hey, if you hear something, we have, multiple like already like, episodes.
Yeah.
We talk about, Halloween.
Yeah.
We talk about
Adulting.
adulting,
Yeah.
authenticity.
Yeah.
If somebody's struggling with these things, even with budgeting,
Right.
hey, recommend the video.
Yeah.
Like send it to the podcast.
Right.
We're working on having the podcast as well on audio only as well. So because some people, you might
Yeah.
be driving
Right.
to work or something like that, you can just hit play and
Yeah.
listen and connect with us in there. But yeah, and also too, if you would like to, help in another way and
Yeah.
represent us
Yeah.
and support us, here in the screen you can see in there la placa de Relajando en Serio.
Right.
It's a custom play. You let us know what's your favorite color.
Yeah.
And we can print it for you and make it safely to your home.
Yeah. And we even have the capability of putting your name on there.
Absolutely, yeah. Like
So-
whatever you want. It's great for now for Christmas.
Yeah.
We're not supporting gifts, but it's good to give
Right. Right.
instead of receive.
Better to give than receive. Yep.
Right? So go ahead and do that. Maybe God might give you unas chancletas a Jordans, como la que están ahí, así con media. Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, you never know. But definitely thank you guys for supporting us, for believing us, trust us.
Absolutely.
And again,
Yeah.
shout out to our wives.
Yeah.
Que todavía están, no
Still
creo, nada
kicking
más
with us.
una está despierta.
Right.
¿Verdad que sí? Ya la otra se fue hace rato.
Yeah.
Se está ya en el
Ya
quinto
me
sueño.
voy yo.
En el quinto sueño ya por ahí.
No.
Pero gracias, bro.
Thank you.
Thank,
Good to be
thank-
back, man.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I missed this. I
Yeah.
mean, you can tell we're
Right.
supposed to end at 10. And
Right.
it's like,
It's 11:20.
chacho, ya las 12 la noche salen los gallos ahí cantando. Cállate.
No, but relaja en serio. Thank you for like it's like Gio repeated, man. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. And we do this for God and God alone. So
Absolutely.
be blessed, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you, guys.
See you next week.
Llévatelo, Gio. ¿Cómo es la vaina?
Llévatelo yo.